So in this lesson we're going to set up our radio for Velocidrone, and to do that we're going to power on. Fairly simple process, should be. Okay, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and create a model. Okay, and to do that we're going to long press on the scroll wheel and click model select. This will bring us to this screen here where we can page back, so you can scroll from templates to helicopters to aircraft. Alright, pick any of these, doesn't really matter, and we are going to create a model. You can use quad, but I generally back out of this. So we return out of that, and we get to our model. So if we click model, we can start putting in a name for this. So click enter, and you can put, I don't know, sim or Velocidrone or whatever you like. I'll just put sim. Long press to get it to caps and come out of that. If we scroll right down to the bottom, what we need to do is we need to set our internal RF to off. Okay, that can be obviously free sky, fly sky, whatever, multi or off. We're going to set it to off as we're not connecting to a quad. External RF is off as well. That would be on to crossfire for our quad, but for the purposes of this we're going to set it to off. And that is, oh hang on, off, turn out of that, and that is about it. And the beauty of this is that, you know, as I've mentioned with a sim, is that you can't break anything, you can fly in any weather, there's no battery limitations. If you've got limitations, limited access to parks, local parks and places to fly, you can fly in your sim, and there's many different scenes in Velocidrone to work with as well, and it works the same on any OpenTX radio. So then we'll come out of there, and then all we need to do is we've already calibrated our sticks, so we've done that. We've created a model now. Internal RF off, external RF off, and then what we're going to do is we're going to connect up our USB. Okay, and in this case we're going to use it as a joystick, and then we can continue to Velocidrone. So now that we've set up our radio with a model to use with Velocidrone, we can use our transmitter like any other joystick connected to a PC, like an Xbox or PlayStation joystick. So the next thing to do is to fire up Velocidrone. And if you don't have Velocidrone yet, just go to their site, www.velocidrone.com. And to download Velocidrone, just come to velocidrone.com. Click on the download here, and you'll come to a screen that will allow you to register, log in. I'm already logged in here. So log in, and you will then just download the version for your operating system, Windows, Mac, or if you're running Linux, one of those, and then install it and you will be able to fire up Velocidrone after that. So we're in Velocidrone now, and the first thing we need to do is check that our controller is working. So we'll hit controller, and we can see the joystick up at the top left here, the TX16S or whatever your radio is that you're using. If for any reason you don't see the controller there at all, it might be that you've got the drivers set incorrectly for your radio. So with your radio plugged in, if you go to the control panel, hardware and sound devices and printers, you should see your joystick there, but they may have the wrong drivers. So if you right click and go properties, you'd need to change that to USB input device. Pick that from the available drivers on your computer. I'll put some notes in, something in the lesson notes on that. You'd have to restart Velocidrone and check the controller page again. The other thing you can do here is you can actually have a look at the game controller settings. You can see it's registered that there, and go into properties, and you'll actually see the controller there, and you can move your throttle and your yaw and just check that everything's working correctly there. So as I say, yeah, you might need to go and change the driver for your joystick. You can see that if you throttle up, you'll see the props move, throttle down, they stop. Okay, you can roll to the right, to the left, and pitch forward, pitch back. You can yaw. Now you can see here, I'm actually yawing to the left there, and it's yawing to the right, so that's incorrect. And we have throttle. So the yaw is wrong. And if you don't see any stick movement, or you don't see anything on a move on the quad, or you see the assignment is correct, so in this case, as I said, the yaw is incorrect, you can go in and assign your sticks. So let's follow the sticks here. Center the sticks, move the roll stick, move the pitch stick, move the yaw stick, move the throttle stick. Okay, and we should now see that it's correct. So we're yawing to the left, yawing to the right, throttle up, throttle down, pitch forward, pitch back, and now our roll is incorrect. Okay, so let's go and do it again. Maybe I wasn't quick enough. So follow the sticks, center the sticks, follow the sticks, move the roll stick, move the pitch stick, move the yaw stick, and move the throttle stick. So let's see what we have now. So we have the yaw around the wrong way. So this can be a bit tricky. Let's do it again. Center the sticks, follow the sticks, move the roll stick, move the pitch stick, move the yaw stick, move the throttle stick. Okay, so let's see, we've got that right, we've got that right, we've got that right, we've got that right, so everything is correct now. Alright, it can be a little bit tricky, a bit sticky, but eventually you'll get there if you keep doing this assign stick movement thing. Don't worry about these. You can change your camera angle during play and assign a race start. Well, you'd actually have to assign a race start, but there's a button for that, so I wouldn't bother with any of this at the moment. Next thing to do is to click back, click out of that, and we can go to options, have a look at the options here. So we've got main settings here, just check your languages in English. There's not much to change here. You can set camera VTX noise. I'd set that to 0 to begin with, because you don't want any VTX noise, which is going to sort of make more of an analog blur on your screen. Don't worry about that. Music volume, you can turn it up. I like to have that off. Sound effects, that'll do various things. Motor volume, so motor volume, when you, well, you'd have to be in play, but that'll go up. Gate sound, not much, just check you're in mode 2. Obviously, wouldn't worry anything about anything else there. Screen settings is a bit quite important. So you've got the quality level here, depending on the performance of your machine. You know how good a graphics card you've got. You can change that from fast to low to, you know, whatever. Screen resolution, just make sure you've got that to the correct resolution of your screen. Full screen or windowed you can have there. VSync you can keep on. Keep that to that. Nothing else to change there. You can disable all of these kind of things like motion blur, high quality trees, you can turn that to off. If you've got a lower end computer, all of these you can turn off if you want. Fisheye camera, I wouldn't do that. Dynamic skies, no. Birds and butterflies, yeah. You can play around with these anyway. So we're not applying any settings there. Quad settings here. Camera field of view, I'd probably put that at about 110. It's nearly there already. 110. Not much else. Trails enabled, false. You can play around with all of these things. There's nothing really to worry about too much here. So we come out of that, and then we're pretty much away to the races here. So as you've seen in the other lessons, you just click single player, choose your quad. So I've got the Badger there. You can select the quad. Select an empty scene day to begin with, maybe go for pylons. I've got it set somewhere down here, pylons here, and select that scenery. Okay, so I have my throttle up there, so go down, and yeah, you can just play around here. I mean, don't worry too much about rates and PIDs at the moment. As I said, you can change your scenery and your track from here. You can change your quad settings. Again, to begin with, I wouldn't worry about any of this really. You can actually change your camera angle here as well as, I think it's, was it in here, camera angle is page up, page down. You can see there. So you can actually do that with page up, page down. I'd keep this to low. I would keep that to the normal 27. Once you get to be a more proficient pilot, you can go put your camera angle up to, you know, 38, 38, 40. But for the moment, keep it like that. And yeah, just go and have a fly. I'm on rate. Okay, you'll probably change that to angle. As I said, keep away from horizon. So I'm on rate there, and there we go. Boom. And have a fly.